So we're going to click right here on recurring investment and just go through the steps of what it would look like. Now, in this particular scenario, we're going to follow Warren Buffett's advice and invest in a low-fee S&P 500 index fund, and that is possible through an exchange-traded fund like VOO or the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. And if you do want to learn more about these Vanguard index funds and ETFs, I'll put a card in the corner for my full tutorial about Vanguard for beginners. But we're going to click right here on VOO. So with a recurring investment, Webull investors are able to invest automatically at a set frequency by following these 3 steps. Number 1, you have to select a target stock or ETF. Number 2, set a fixed or dynamic investment amount. And then number 3, you're going to schedule a fixed investment frequency. After that, recurring investment orders are placed automatically according to what you have selected. And at any point in time, you can cancel recurring investments if you want to. So if you want to just follow a set it and forget it approach, it is possible here with a Webull recurring investment. We're going to click on the blue next button now. And at this point, you're going to choose the investment amount that you want to put in. And the minimum recurring investment here is $5. So if you, for example, wanted to do $5 per day, automatically invested into a stock or ETF, you can do that very easily here. We're going to click in the $5 for the dollar value and then click on OK. And you now have the option to choose your payment method. By default, it's set to Webull buying power. And that means that once our deposit settles in our account, it would draw from that amount of money to pay for this recurring investment. That is what I would recommend doing because you don't want to have all of these different transactions going right from your bank account. Although you can select your bank account here, if you do this, it's going to automatically take that $5 out at the set frequency just to cut down on the number of transactions. I would personally recommend, if you're using a recurring investment, to do it out of your Webull buying power and then manually deposit that amount of money one time per month or maybe twice a month to satisfy your investment schedule. At this point, you have the option to choose whether you're doing a fixed amount or dynamic amount. With a dynamic amount, it is going to be based on set criteria in terms of whether it drops below the moving average and different things like that. So if you wanted to buy shares more aggressively when they dropped below the historical average price, you could use this dynamic investment option. But for most people, a fixed amount is going to be what they are looking for. And then from here, you're going to choose whether or not you want to do this every week, every 2 weeks. You could also do it once a month, or you could do every trading day. So if you wanted to take a $5 bite out of the S&P 500 every trading day, you could deposit about $150 per month into Webull and set this for every trading day. And then each day it's going to buy $5 worth of the S&P 500. But if you do invest every week, for example, you're going to be buying 52 times per year. And that helps you avoid overpaying at times. And sometimes you're going to get a better deal and you're going to underpay compared to the average price for that asset over time. You just want to make sure before you set up a recurring investment that what you are investing into is investment worthy and that you're not just funneling money into a losing stock, for example, because dollar cost averaging only works and only makes sense if you are dollar cost averaging into something that is a sound investment.